Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. We'll be discussing managing and governing Power Apps in organizations. Our focus is on strategies to prevent issues, control usage, and optimize Power Apps for both security and efficiency. Over the course of this presentation, we'll explore practical approaches to help you better manage Power Apps within your organization. Let's get started. Understanding the rogue Power Apps problem is crucial as we look at how to manage and govern Power Apps within organizations. Beyond just being a nuisance, these unmanaged apps pose real risks to our security, compliance, and overall operational efficiency. That's why it's so important to address their spread proactively before they cause more significant issues. When we talk about the risks of rogue apps, what we're really seeing are apps that pop up unexpectedly, kind of like intrusive ads. They disrupt workflows, create confusion among users, and make it harder to maintain control over our systems. These unmanaged or rogue Power Apps tend to behave in unpredictable ways, making it difficult to track or regulate them once they're out there. The disruptive nature of these rogue apps is a big concern. When apps are created without proper oversight, they can multiply uncontrollably, leading to a chaotic environment where managing them becomes nearly impossible. Now, it's important to remember that Power Apps themselves are a powerful tool. They enable businesses to quickly develop custom applications that boost productivity and foster innovation. The challenge isn't the tool itself, it's how we manage and govern its use to ensure it serves us well without introducing unnecessary risks. So, as we move forward, we need solutions that help us harness the benefits of Power Apps while keeping rogue apps in check, maintaining control, security, and compliance across our organization. Let's talk about what can make a Power App bad or problematic within an organization. First, one of the issues is behavior that's similar to annoying ads. These are the apps that interrupt users or workflows unexpectedly, causing frustration and reducing productivity. It's important to manage these behaviors so they don't become a nuisance. Next, we have outdated or unmaintained apps. When Power Apps aren't kept up to date, they can become security vulnerabilities, putting sensitive data at risk. Regular maintenance is crucial to keep things secure and functioning properly. Another concern is silent disruptions. Some apps run quietly in the background without users realizing it, but they can still cause system slowdowns or conflicts, disrupting overall operations. Excessive permissions are also a major issue. Apps requesting more access than necessary might expose sensitive information or lead to data breaches. Proper permission management is key to maintaining security. Then there's the lack of a clear purpose or business justification for the app. If you don't know why an app exists or what problem it's solving, it's likely adding confusion rather than value. Finally, unclear ownership makes accountability difficult. When it's not clear who is responsible for maintaining or overseeing the app, issues tend to fall through the cracks, which can lead to neglect or misuse. Understanding these bad behaviors helps us ensure our Power Apps support our goals effectively and securely. Let's take a closer look at some of the dangers associated with unmanaged Power Apps. When these apps are not properly managed, they can create excessive background processes. This can slow down the entire system and negatively impact the user experience. Nobody wants their work slowed down because of poorly governed apps. Another issue is unused or redundant apps. These not only waste resources, but also waste licenses, which can add up quickly and lead to unnecessary costs. It's important to regularly review and clean up apps to avoid this kind of resource wastage. Unmanaged Power Apps can also pose serious compliance risks. If apps are not aligned with internal policies or regulatory requirements, organizations can find themselves in breach of regulations, which can be costly and damaging to reputation. Data security is another critical concern. When apps are unmanaged, sensitive organizational data could be exposed unintentionally. This increases the risk of data breaches and leaks, which can have severe consequences. Finally, unmanaged Power Apps can introduce security vulnerabilities. These weaknesses might be exploited by attackers, putting your entire organization at risk. That's why proper management and governance are essential to protect your systems and data. In essence, managing Power Apps isn't just about control. It's about safeguarding performance, resources, compliance, data, and security. Now, let's look at how we can effectively manage and govern Power Apps within our organization. One of the key aspects is implementing governance frameworks that help us enforce standards. This ensures that the apps we develop and deploy are aligned with our overall business goals. Next, we need to focus on compliance and security mechanisms. These are crucial for protecting our data and maintaining trust across the organization. Clarifying the duties for both IT and business teams is also essential. It helps prevent overlaps and ensures everyone knows their responsibilities. Having defined roles and responsibilities is a foundational part of good governance. It helps us prevent the proliferation of unwanted or harmful apps, which can cause security risks or inefficiencies. To guide this process, we develop a clear roadmap for app management. This roadmap directs how apps are created, used, and maintained throughout their lifecycle. Finally, establishing clear rules and policies provides the necessary structure for consistent and responsible app development. When these elements come together, they form a comprehensive governance approach that supports innovation while maintaining control. This aligns perfectly with our overall goal of enabling digital transformation in a secure and organized manner. Let's talk about developing clear Power Apps policies to effectively manage and govern the apps within our organization. First, it's essential to align our policies with our organizational standards. This helps ensure that everything we develop is consistent and meets our overall business goals. Next, we need to make sure our apps meet security requirements. Protecting our data and maintaining compliance is critical, especially when dealing with sensitive information. This means covering all aspects of app development and deployment, including setting up proper maintenance and retirement processes so apps are managed throughout their lifecycle. Controlling who can create, edit, or use these apps is another key point. Proper access management helps prevent unauthorized changes and ensures everyone has the right level of permissions. Speaking of security, implementing data loss prevention policies is vital to protect organizational information from breaches or leaks. We also need to define where apps are developed. Establishing clear environment strategies helps us control app deployment locations and manage resources efficiently. Alongside this, managing app access effectively is crucial to avoid overspending on unnecessary licenses, which can be both costly and inefficient. By setting these policies and strategies, we're creating a strong foundation for secure, compliant, and well-managed Power Apps across the organization. This aligns perfectly with our goal of leveraging Power Apps as a powerful tool while maintaining control and security. Now, let's talk about establishing a Power Platform Center of Excellence, or COE, and its crucial role in managing and governing Power Apps within organizations. The COE acts as the backbone for ensuring that the use of Power Apps is sustainable, secure, and efficient across the entire organization. It's not just about managing technology, it's about creating a structured approach that supports long-term success. One of the key functions of the COE is to serve as a central hub for best practices. This means it provides the guidance, support, and continuous improvement needed to keep everyone aligned and moving forward. It's where teams can turn to learn, share, and grow their capabilities. To foster innovation and build skills, the COE also organizes ongoing training sessions, workshops, and even hackathons. These activities are essential for keeping the team motivated, up-to-date, and creative in how they develop and manage apps. Another important aspect is defining clear roles and operational models. This helps establish who is responsible for what, ensuring everyone understands their part in managing apps effectively and efficiently. When it comes to governance, the COE plays a vital role in managing Power Apps by enforcing standards and policies. This prevents the proliferation of rogue or unmanaged apps that could pose security risks or cause compliance issues. By aligning tools with business objectives, the COE ensures that Power Apps are used responsibly and strategically, supporting overall organizational goals. In short, the COE is about creating a structured, proactive environment where Power Apps can thrive securely and sustainably, supporting innovation while maintaining control. Now, let's look at managing and governing Power Apps within our organization. This slide focuses on the key processes involved in ensuring our apps run smoothly and effectively. First, we have to manage app performance and provide user support. This means continuously monitoring how our apps perform and addressing any issues users encounter to keep everything running seamlessly. Next, once an app is ready, we operate by releasing it into the appropriate environments, but only after we've secured the necessary approvals. This step ensures that everything meets our standards before going live. Moving on, deployment involves integrating various components of the app and maintaining strict version control. This helps us track changes and avoid conflicts or errors down the line. Building and tracking are also critical, using approved tools and adhering to coding standards to develop our apps. This consistency supports quality and simplifies maintenance. Finally, development begins with defining clear requirements, scope, and setting up processes for monitoring progress. Making sure everyone is aligned on what needs to be built helps us stay on track and deliver value efficiently. Altogether, these steps form a comprehensive framework for managing Power Apps effectively, ensuring they support our organizational goals while maintaining high standards of quality and performance. Now, let's look at how leveraging these technical tools can really help us stop rogue Power Apps and effectively manage and govern the environment within our organizations. By utilizing these tools, we empower our IT teams to maintain control, boost security, and ensure compliance across all Power Apps. This means they can proactively detect and respond to any rogue apps that might appear. Monitoring and auditing features play a crucial role here, as they allow us to keep an eye on app usage patterns and quickly spot any anomalies that could indicate problems. User activity analytics further strengthen our oversight by helping us prevent unauthorized or unapproved changes to apps. And with the ability to block unmanaged customizations, we can enforce governance policies more effectively, providing health checks and recommendations to continuously improve our app management. All of these tools combined give us a proactive approach, making sure our Power Apps environment remains secure, compliant, and well-controlled.